became president of Wesley Biblical Seminary in 2013. Ed had been a trustee here for several years prior to that. And by the time I arrived, he had left the trustee service at the seminary. In the process of coming here, I soon learned that Loretta was suffering with cancer, and the situation seemed terminal. Ed and Loretta's son, Ben, had graduated from Wesley Biblical Seminary and has distinguished himself as a professor of Bible and theology at Ohio Christian University. And so I had a real interest and concern in her path because, frankly, Ed and Loretta's ministry at that camp meeting, to my heart, gave me some deeper understanding of marriage and the call to holiness, and really was formative in my own biblical theology of marriage. So as I learned of her sickness, I was immediately concerned. I reached out to Ed during that time and tried to express my concern and our prayers as a community. When she passed away, the seminary took a special interest and reached out and extended comfort and appreciation. And it was somewhere in about 2014, Ed contacted me and he said, "John, I'm writing a book about Loretta's journey with cancer." And he said, "I'd like you to be one of the first to read it and to let me know what you think about the book and maybe give a comment that we might put on the back of the book." And he sent me a pre-publication copy, and I read it. I wept my way through it. I sensed the deep rending of two souls that had been bound together in holy love for one another. And it evoked a lot of empathy in my own heart for the journey that they had faced. And as I read the book, I was reminded that other people need help in this journey. Because Ed and Loretta's journey, at some point, is the journey every soul takes. And so I was thrilled that he asked me to read it and express my appreciation for the book and recommend it highly to others, especially as they face a journey on fighting a terminal disease and terminal diagnosis like the cancer that Loretta faced. I think the most impressive thing for me about Loretta's journey is that not only did she journey well, but she finished well. This book is for people both in ministry and in the laity who are on a journey of their own, a journey through a terminal diagnosis, a journey through cancer, to remind them that the journey itself can be a sanctifying journey, even in the journey of suffering. And perhaps in God's economy of grace, especially in the journey of suffering. Our theology of disease, sickness, death, and healing is very short-sighted in North America. It fails to take into consideration the ultimate healing of new resurrected bodies and eternal life in heaven at last. And I think the American theological experience is very grounded in the temporal, the here and now, to our own neglect of our souls, I think. And so we need a deep consideration of the life hereafter. And Loretta gets that. She wants to live longer. Ed wants her to live longer. But ultimately they both grapple with the reality that she does. And that death is a temporary separation. And eternal life is forever. I only know Ben, who's the professor at Ohio Christian University. Recently, within the last week, he had a Facebook post. And his Facebook post expressed the deep sentiment of missing his mother and the deep longing to see her again. But also he coupled that with a deep and abiding faith that they will be reunited in heaven at last.
Hi, I'm Pastor Chuck Reish. I'm the executive producer at Horizon Media Studios. It's a 501c3 media ministry, and what we're doing is helping other ministries tell their story. Homeless shelters and children's homes, Bible colleges, seminaries, mission-sending agencies. With your help, we can continue to help tell their story, to inspire the world, to shine their light, and let God get the glory for the work that's being done in advancing the kingdom of Jesus Christ. Thanks again for praying for us.